Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Grief Drums, and welcome back to another advanced map tips and tricks. Today I am going to be covering the new Hereford base. As you will no doubt be aware, with Operation Grimsky we got a rework of the map, and it is a really nice map. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I don't think it's the best map that we've ever seen. I think the rework could have gone in a couple of different directions, but at the same time I'm not unhappy with it in the slightest. I really am enjoying playing this map, and I think it definitely plays to the defenders rather than the attackers. So with that in mind, a lot of these tips are going to be defensive based, but hopefully these tips will give you enough of an edge to actually win when you come up against it on ranked. So for tip number 1 today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover a Mira spot that I found I think is really effective, if I'm completely honest. Upstairs in the ammo storage, just opposite the tractor storage, there is a soft wall here which looks directly into the opposite site. By going ahead and reinforcing the left hand side, putting a mirror window onto that, and then going through and opening the other wall between sites, nitro, impact, shotgun, anything like this, you get a really nice line of sight all the way down to that far window, which is the only actual window into sight. The only other ways into the site would be the main door just to your right, and the one to the left, which should be being covered by elsewhere. As you can see, the bullets are going all the way through to here. This is the balcony that you're trying to push in through as an attacker. And if there's someone just inside to your left, even if they're not peeking or doing anything, that is a really nice crossfire between that mirror and the person there. This person trying to push in as an attacker from the balcony is not going to stand any chance at all unless they manage to successfully clear out the mirror. So with those two there is nothing hurting you having another player playing around the hatch. I mean, you don't have to reinforce it and sit on the hatch. You can do if you want to, but having someone just over here covering these set of stairs coming up, as you can see by moving out of the doorway, you're not exposing yourself to that single window into sight. So having someone playing around this area gives them the opportunity to peek the window when necessary, if Mira goes down or you're struggling in that department because there's too many people, but it's going to be beneficial nonetheless. The next tip I'm going to cover is going to be for defending the bedroom and kids' bedroom sites. These are both bomb sites, and as a result, this bathroom is a really sort of common area that attackers are going to try and push. Now, by putting a mirror inside of the kids' room, just over on here, maybe reinforce the wall on the left that I just pinged just for added protection. But as you can see, this mirror gives you a really nice line of sight onto this doorway just over here, which is going to be common, and you also get a really nice line of sight onto the other doorway coming in from the bathroom through there. So you can see it, and you can still lean out and peek it and pre-fire it as and when needed. Do be careful of behind you though, a shield isn't going to hurt. Moving on to the kitchen dining room bomb sites now. These are probably my favourite sites to defend purely because of the fact people don't know how best to attack them. Now, because this is on the first floor and it is quite a big open space, there's a few different things that you can implement. For me, I would reinforce this area just here because this leads directly to outside and is the attacker's quickest way in. From there, I would go ahead and use verticality to your full advantage. By going to every single doorway and window that is going to allow entry into the site and just opening a section of the roof, you're going to get a good line of sight down onto those entry points. Then by coming up to the floor just above, the loom room itself has a hatch which you can open, which will allow for quick rotations should you need it. And these are the holes that I was making before. I'm going to open this one up just so you can see a bit better. But this doorway is a very common push that people like to try and carry out on. So barbed wire down there and a couple of rounds to someone's head as they push in is going to really ruin their day. Because of the window and where it's situated, pushing off just to this side isn't going to really hurt. You still get a good line of sight and you're not directly in front of the window. But one thing to consider is prepping the window itself for a quick jump out should you need it. When you come across into this other room here, the laundry room, this is the one directly above the dining room. So these are the holes that I'd made earlier. I'm going to open them up a bit more. As you can see, I can see directly down onto the window and I can get a good line of sight on anyone trying to come in through there. You also got a line of sight down onto the bit near the garage, that green wall that we looked at earlier. So this is sort of doubling up what was on the other side in the loom room. Over on the northwest of the room, you get a line down to the single door that comes in from the hallway. And over on the northeast side of the room, by opening up this section of floor, I'd probably reinforce this wall here just to sort of protect you a little bit. But you get a line of sight into the door coming from piano. With this door leading directly out to a balcony, you do have to be a bit careful. I would probably put a hit or two in it just so you can hear people coming and run out as necessary if they rappel up. But while you're defending this room, if anyone is pushing through from the main hallway or the master bedroom, you can keep an eye out for them on the camera, and then by going ahead and sealing this door off, you know that they're not going to be able to come in quickly, they're not going to be able to rush you. But if you hear movement or you get a call, you can easily rotate out of here, across the balcony, and in through the window that you prepped earlier, should you need it, getting an awesome flank off. Now, because that works on the middle floor, it also works on the top floor, so it is something to consider. If you are being pushed, you can jump out onto the balcony, and you have got another rotation this way. If you prep the window beforehand and you're a 3-speed, you don't actually get spotted when you're doing this. You don't get detected for being outside. If you are a 2-speed or slower, you will be. But with your pistol out, it's obviously going to get you there a bit quicker, and you won't be spotted for as long a time. Now, by now, you will know that I am a big fan of verticality in this game. I really like utilising it to its full advantage, and as a result, when I first started playing this map, I ripped all the floors apart, or as many as I could, and I found this line of sight. There's now a post on Reddit about it, and I'm devastated I didn't get this video out beforehand, but it is what it is. It can't be helped. I should have got the video out quicker. But this wall down here is one that Thermite likes to come and try and open up, or Hibana, or Maverick. It very often gets sealed when the defenders are defending downstairs. And as you can see up above, you can look down onto it from the bathroom. This is really, really strange that you would get a line of sight from a vertical floor to outside. I can't think of any other map in which that happens on, but I really, really like this aspect. And as you can see when I open this all up, you get such a good view down onto there. Now, this is going to become very, very well known very, very quickly, so make use of it while you can. But by putting loads of different holes up there, they're going to be struggling to realise which hole you're at and where to pre-fire. When it comes to drones in this map, I've got to be honest, it's a bit lacking. I really enjoy finding cool spots for drones. These bits along the side of the rooms, the hallways, you can actually clip your drone onto it on the side, and then you can jump up onto a few different lights. But for the most part, they haven't really incorporated very many cool areas for drones to jump into, and it is a little bit disappointing. But have a bit of an experiment, jump around, see what you can do, and see if you can find any cool spots. But like I say, it's not really something that's been considered on this map a massive amount, which is a shame because Villa had a lot of good places, and some of the other maps like Bank have got some incredible spots for your drone, but Hereford is not the one. Now, this white section here over in the loom room, there is a gap behind it. Now, I fell foul to this, unfortunately. I was trying to clear this room out and trying to push into here, and there was only one defender left, and I thought, well, I can't see him over on the right, he's not over there. And as I started pushing around the room and clearing as much of it as I could, I checked over into this corner here, and I'd already looked here, he wasn't there. And out of nowhere, he jumped out from this little gap, and it really bit me in the ass, and it was so frustrating. So maybe you could use it to your advantage. Down in the kitchen, don't be afraid to use this. This is a tiered system, so you can actually raise or lower your head to different heights. So when people come and try and pre-fire at head height level, you can adjust and you can move around, and people that are trying to pre-fire you at head height are not going to have as much of an advantage as you, who's got that extra split second where they have to adjust their aim and you don't because you're a little bit higher. I'm a big advocate of this sort of stuff. If you can adjust your character or your operator to be higher or lower on the map as you're peaking things, you do get a split second advantage, and it's worth mentioning. So with the bathroom being destructible, the floor looking to outside, I kind of thought to myself, okay, where else can I go with this? What else can I do with this? Because this is pretty incredible. And if you see here, just over on this side of the bathroom, if you open up all of the floor, the window that was previously there looking into the piano room is now wide open. Now, with this being open, you get such a good line of sight into there. And if I go ahead and put a load of bullets down into that room, you can see how far back you can shoot. Now, this will work as a defender or an attacker, but anyone that is trying to sort of sneak through that room, any defender rotations that are happening, any attackers pushing in to try and attack through piano room into the dining room or kitchen, you're going to light them up, and they're going to think it's from that area down there. They're going to try and peek that bit and contest it, but it's actually going to be from a floor above from outside. That is insanely effective. It's going to be so cheeky using that. So maybe you can incorporate that one into your arsenal. When pushing the front door, a lot of people like to come and try and get a long line of sight onto the main hallway. But the wall to their right as they push in through the double door is actually a soft wall. this can be pretty effective for getting the drop on those people because they have to cut so much of the room if they haven't droned effectively and they haven't checked this properly. You get a cheeky line of sight, and you can be pretty creative with this, but it's something to consider. Hopefully these tips and tricks help. Hopefully they can assist you in some way. I know a lot of them are geared more towards the defense. A few of them you can utilize on attack. Like I say, the verticality on this map is incredible. There is a hell of a lot of it in quite strategic places. So if you are attacking the kitchen and the dining room, make sure to go to the floor above, open all the roof up, stop those rotations from the stairs, and there's not a massive amount the defenders are going to be able to do. The map is quite big and there are a few rotations. It's going to be a difficult one for people to get their head around, I think. But nevertheless, I am really, really enjoying playing this one, and so far every time we've come up on it on ranked, because people don't know it well enough and they don't seem to be enjoying playing it, we seem to get a lot of toxic comments. Whereas because we've spent quite a bit of time learning it and playing the Discovery playlist, we are just dominating teams, and I'm really enjoying it because of that. Don't be afraid to go away, go into a custom game and just go through the map a few times, learn where everything is, learn the rotations, learn how to play the map. That's the only way you're going to improve on it. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe. If you've got any tips for this map yourself, make sure to throw them down in the comments below, or you can head on over to my Discord and send a video or a picture over there. If I end up using it in a video, I'll make sure to give you full credit. If you're interested in winning some Rainbow Six credits, head on over to twitch.tv/griefdrums, where you can get involved with the Azarus and Ubisoft partnership extension to win legitimate Rainbow Six credits. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, and I would love to see you guys over there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm off, but until next time, stay reckless and relentless.